Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Inner Insight with Benjamin. My name is Benjamin Ada. In today's video, I'll be bringing in another quote, which is also life changing. And today's quote is: "A positive mind finds opportunity in everything." Yeah, a positive mind finds opportunity in everything. Now, have you been through some situation or circumstances and you think or believe that you won't survive it, or you just give up hope, or you thought that you won't ever pull through the situation? Now, I tell you what, it depends on your state of mind. When you go through negative situations or circumstances, but your mind stays positive, you don't just pull through that situation, but you have good experiences, positive experience from it, and good testimonies from those situations as well. Now, a lot of us, when we go through such harrowing experiences, we just give up and we think, nah, this is the end of the road for me. Because our mind usually plays tricks on us. Now, if you are going through such situations and your mind remains positive, I'll bet you are going to survive it. And don't forget something, that you are not the first person going through that situation or that kind of circumstance. A lot of people have gone through that before and didn't just pull through, but they have good testimonies. They have good results to show, because why? Their state of mind remained positive in that negative situation. Now, when I was growing up as a little boy, for those of you who don't know me when I was a little boy, because most of you don't know me really when I was a little boy. Now, I grew up, I say, disadvantaged. In the raw term, I grew up very poor, from a very poor home. You can imagine a soldier at that point having up to, close to 20 or above 20 kids, and you find yourself in the middle of the park. You know how it feels like. And at those days, a lot of men then believed that the more kids you have, the more prosperous you'll be, because the kids you are having those days are meant to, cultivate the farmland for you, being able to, do some jobs and bring process to the family in terms of, the crop harvest and everything. But it wasn't so in my own case, because we aren't in the village, we're in the township, and you don't really come across farmland like that. So growing up, we really didn't farm as at home. So you can imagine how my dad was really struggling to make sure we all have something to eat. But unfortunately, in most cases, this, ration can't really go around. And even when it does go around, you can just imagine the portion that comes to you. So you remain perpetually in hunger. So because of that situation, for myself, sometimes I sneak out of the house to go look for jobs to do, go to my neighbors to do some menial jobs, wash plates for the wash their, do their dishes for them, wash the clothes, laundry for them as well. Just for what? Just to get something to eat, or just to get some little coins, just go grab some good biscuits, just to quell the hunger at that stage. No, coming up from that situation, you just believe that life holds nothing good for you. But the truth was, even as a little boy, then at between ages 7 and 10, as a little boy, my mind kept telling me, Ben, you can't be poor. Ben, you can't be poor. Even though the reality on ground is we are very poor, but my mind kept telling me that, Ben, you can't be poor. Or worst case scenario, you can't remain poor. And I grew up with that mindset. And because I had that mindset, I was always positive. And people who know me, even right now, know that I laugh and I joke a lot. Why? Because I decided deliberately to have a positive attitude and outlook towards life. Even when things go very, very, difficult for me, I still put up that happy disposition, because I always love my heart to be positive when I'm in situations that people think will break you. Now, coming from that perspective, when I was growing up and I was going through all that stress and troubles, one thing kept me going. instead of looking at my situation as being, hopeless and being punished, I converted that situation to meaning that I'm being trained. And because I had that positive outlook and have that positive affirmation, that instead of looking at my situation as being, being punished and being condemned to a life of poverty and misery, I look at the situation as a training. And when eventually I left Kaduna, where I was growing up, where we grew up at that stage, Kaduna is in the northwest part of Nigeria. Yeah. When I moved from Kaduna to Abuja then to stay with my older brother, then in the compound, just what we call it, is a compound is like a combination, a group of houses within, within a space, a rectangular space. And in that compound, we had about 40 rooms, So because of where I was coming from and how hardworking I was, when I came into this compound, it's like a walk in the park. I had opportunity of working with so many people in the compound there, going from one room to the other, going on errands, Ben, can you get me this? Ben, can you get me that? Ben, can you do this for me? Ben, can you do this for me? So I was happily doing that because why? I came from a point where I was already doing such things, and because of my body system is already used to that kind of jobs, it's so easy for me to now, do such stuff within that new environment. And because of how hardworking I was, so many people loved me in the compound. I was so, loved by them that when I was going back to school, because I was in the boarding house there, whenever I'm going back to school on resumption, I go to knock on every door and tell them, I'll be going back to school this weekend, I'll be going back to school this weekend. And before you know what, everyone say, Ben, take this for our pocket money, Ben, take this for our pocket money. And before you know what, my pocket is filled. I go back to school, with some, even though it might not be something so huge, but I know that I had some reserve that I go to school with. And that helped me. It never ended there. When I graduated from a secondary school, because of how close I was with everybody in the compound now, they were all head over heels to get me a job. Everyone is like, Ben, you're through with your secondary school now. Would you want to work in this establishment? Would you want to work in that establishment? So I had the opportunity of rejecting jobs at that tender age, you can imagine. Why? Because when I was growing up, when I had that situation that was negative, my mind was so positive about it because I had a positive mindset and outlook towards life. So I want to tell you this today. If you are going through some negative situations, don't allow that determine your future or define or dictate who you become in the long run. I want us to look at it from this point of view. Whatever, stumbling block you meet in your pathway in life, just convert it to a stepping stone to the next to the next phase in life. There is a saying that says, when life throws lemon at you, what do? You make lemonade out of them. That is a positive attitude, a positive outlook about life. That was one of the habits I cultivated. And because I was able to cultivate that positive attitude, I was able to surmount all my troubles. I was able to break through where there seemed to be nowhere at all. I was able to break through and break forth. And today, here am I. Most people don't know where I'm coming from. They just look at me today and they believe that, oh, Ben just grew up with silver spoon or with whatever kind of spoon, forgetting that, come on, I never had any spoon at all. I had my 10 fingers. That's what I came up with. No spoon at all, not even wooden spoon. You talk about aluminum or whatever. I grew with my 10 fingers like this, scraping the floor, scraping the grounds to become who I am today. So it all depends on our mindset. One thing that breaks one, same thing builds another. So why be on the negative axis? Why don't you today change your mindset and look at life from a new whole perspective? There was a story of a man. Most of us know Zara fashions today. When Zara is a household name all over the world. The same thing happened to him when he was growing up at the age of 14. I think his mom went to a shop to, because of how poor they were, the mom took little Zara, the owner of Zara now, took him to a store, and as her habit was, or her ways was, or because of her situation there, she collects a lot of credit from those stores. And that particular day, when she went with this little boy to the store to get some, credit, collect some foodstuff on credit for the family to eat that particular day, the shop owner, the way he answered his mom and the insult he rained on her made this young little boy of 14, this teenager, to decide that very day that I will not be poor. This is the last day, Mom, anyone will humiliate you because of our lack. Why? He converted the negative situation that happened to them, with a positive attitude to a positive situation. And that was how this little boy started learning, garments, sewing, tailoring, everything. And today, he owns one of the biggest brands in the world. That's the kind of attitude I want us to put in everything we do in our lives. Don't allow situations determine how you become. Don't allow situations determine what you turn out to be. No, you have every option to either have a negative mindset and just, phase away, or have a positive outlook in life and break through and become great in life. If I can do it, despite my situation in life and my disadvantage in existence, then you have no option. You have no excuse why you can't make it. So today I want to let us know something. Whatever situation I go through to be negative, apply a positive mindset to that. And the moment you apply a positive mindset, things will change, definitely. And I believe that after today's video, if you are in that situation where you think that the circumstances around you will break you, please, I want you to have a change of mind. I want you to have a change of mind. You too can make it, and not just make it, you can make it big. If I could have survived it, then no one has an excuse why I can't survive that situation. So please, leave your comments. If you've been where I was before, leave your comment, probably to encourage someone as well. And if this video has blessed you, don't forget to do the needful. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share as well. And please just turn on your notification button that whenever I post the next video, you'll be the first to be notified. Thank you once again for watching this video. Thank you for listening to me. And stay healthy, stay safe. See you in my next video. Once again, this is Inner Insight with Benjamin. God bless you. Bye.